Hello, welcome or welcome back to the Oracle Light Tarot. I'm up a little late this Saturday morning. I sat here for a while trying to decipher the energy coming through because, and maybe that's how you're feeling, but it definitely felt like something just didn't feel, and not in a bad way, just something was different, I guess is the word to use. Different. Maybe yours, and I had wondered, like, what are we going to talk about? There was a song that it was in my mind, but I don't know. Maybe for some reason I was questioning the song. I don't know why I questioned it. Maybe you're questioning certain signs you get, okay? But for some reason I was. And it was almost like I didn't want to look at it, take that route, and I don't know why I was feeling that way. I don't know why I felt like, and there was nothing like weird. Is weird the word? It's not weird, but it just felt like me wrestling with the next step. How the reading was going to go, what we were going to talk about, and for some reason I wasn't, doing my usual. Okay, so maybe that's you. Maybe this has something to do with your reading. And so there was a song playing in my head, and I'll get to that in a second. And I kind of like disregarded, and then I sat here for a moment and I thought, I guess I usually have more things coming through for your reading. And so I sat there, probably should have acknowledged the song and then maybe things would have unfolded. So, keep that in mind for you. So maybe that's just, I don't know, a message for somebody. But so I decided to go into my word box and I was pulling cards. I wish I kept them out on my table. But I was pulling from my word box and there were a few things that came out. Something about money, something, it said you and your, and on the back it said mix, which is weird. And then there was something that said this doesn't feel real. And then like all the cards, and that's energy too. So there were more than that. There was a couple cards I just can't remember, but those ones are sticking out to me the most. But there was a little pile, and I thought to myself, this doesn't make any sense. And that one is sticking out. This doesn't feel real. So maybe something doesn't make sense, doesn't feel real, or just feel you're confused as to which way to do something. So maybe that's just the energy of today's reading. So I actually was a little frustrated. So maybe you're feeling frustrated, but in that moment I decided, okay, well, I'm just going to put everything back. Maybe today I'm not supposed to read. So I went back upstairs. And then I was listening to another reader for my own self, just listening to her. And she says, she goes, you could be thinking this doesn't feel real, or this isn't real. And I was like, what? So I was like, okay, all right, maybe there is something to the song. Maybe there is something to the messages that were coming through. And then she mentioned something about shadow too. And now I'm remembering there was something because I was pulling from my other deck too. And I wonder if I put it back. No, I probably didn't. I probably shuffled it. Oh yeah, it's right here. It's on the top. It's on my other one actually, when I was cleaning up the space afterwards. But shadow, mine. Now I'm wondering about this one when I went looking for that one. So maybe there's something about that looking I don't know. Maybe something's being shadowed. Maybe it's your own shadow shadowing you're shadowing something. I don't know. Okay, the song that was coming through was the one by Black Eyed Peas. Meet me halfway, right at the borderline. Swear I'm gonna wait for you. Do 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 do. I forget the other words. But that's the song. Meet me halfway, right at the borderline. I watched the video, actually. I didn't read the words, but I watched the video. It looked like in the video there were each 3 people. So we could have 3 people involved because the 3 of cups keep coming through. The 3 of cups. Yeah, that was coming through. And the other readers reading. So there is something to do with other people. There's something to do with travel. Now we have the Fool card is coming to mind right now. So you could be like some kind of journey you're taking for another person. Or you're going to meet somebody halfway on a said subject. I don't know. It almost feels, and in the video all of them were traveling to a certain point. So maybe it's like these 3 people all meeting in the middle, or at least all of them coming halfway to meet each other, like a meeting point, which bridges them together. Now I feel like a bridge is coming through. What's happening, Spirit? What is happening? And then this is, I just keep thinking about this for some reason, so I'm going to pull Through the Eyes of the Soul by Cheryl Yambrock Rose. We're going to pull, the energy was just coming through. Yeah, what doesn't feel real? That's the way it works sometimes, guys. Yeah, and then, you know, and I was sitting there in the living room, drinking my coffee and listening to that reader. Actually, just 2 different readers I was listening to, but specifically Steph from House of Scrying. But when I was listening to her, I kind of like got lost in like trance, and the world felt unreal. Like I had like a split moment, and I was thinking, wow, this doesn't feel real, right? Something like that. I almost felt like, yeah, didn't feel real. Some kind of an illusion happening. I don't know. What is this energy coming through today? Okay, so take what resonates, just leave what doesn't resonate. Okay, guys? Don't take anything too seriously. Okay? I don't know why I feel called to say that. This one has my attention. And there's 2 here. Let's read them. You are cherished and protected. That seems to be coming through a lot. That energy of knowing that you're protected. You may feel called to read or watch the reading before this. The protected was coming through. Oh, these shapes. And there were shapes in that video of the Meet Me Halfway. There was a cube, like a mirrored cube, and a triangle, and the other guy, the third guy was, so each one of them, that was the meeting point. They were meeting. Okay, she was walking towards, she was like in a forest, looked like fairy tale forest like type scene, and she was walking, she found a cube. It's funny, I drew a cube actually the other day. Don't know why. Okay, so, but it was actually a cube shape. This is just a square on the paper. Anyway, she was walking towards this mirrored cube, and one of the other guys, this is from the Black Eyed Peas video, was walking towards a mirrored triangle. So I'm going to write that down. Okay, so one was a cube, one is a mirrored triangle, and then one was the sun. He was an astronaut. So the triangle, he was in the desert, and the other guy was an astronaut, and he was floating in space towards the sun, and they were all reaching out to these. It's just making me think of that right here, the shapes. You're cherished, you're protected. Maybe this is about wondering if someone's going to reach halfway for you, or thinking of you, or going to think of you too. There's something about maybe meeting each other in the middle, maybe. Also, but there's also some kind of like mysterious, magical element to this. I feel like, what does she have? It's 10 minutes in already? Oh my gosh, okay. Feel the universal love that surrounds you and let it cancel out your fears. We are not alone in these trying times. I'm just trying to look for... She's the earth angels enraptured and blissful as she gives birth to a new world bathed in golden light. Okay, so she's giving birth to a new world. Her wings are protecting the earth also. She's going through... the earth is going through a transformation process. Okay. The old paradigm is being shifted and a new one formed. Indwelling qualities and abilities have been sleeping in the human race are waking up. They're expanding rapidly. Wow, yeah. Oh, and this is golden age. These skills and talents need to come into focus for the new golden age to be born. So if you feel called to go to my previous reading, you'll see it says your golden era. So yeah, that's been coming through a lot. This golden, I don't know, example like of some kind of time in your life. I feel like it had to do with you creating your reality. Okay, so to know that you're protected as you're doing this, okay? Embrace enlightenment, and which is 22 and 27. Find and hold your power. Could be like a specific person who is on your mind. Maybe there's something about, what about this person? This is definitely giving the energy of yesterday's reading. So the reading before this, because I kept having to cover her top, like in the video, like with a blur. Not this card, but in that yesterday's reading, there was a card and she was holding a sword. And she was holding scales. So I feel like you could be moving from, like, you're being very careful. The way she's holding the sword is very awkward, weird. Okay. So there could be like this energy of feeling uncomfortable as you move from a certain energy. Okay, maybe something that has to do with the way you feel, maybe your surroundings, because the way she's holding the sword is really awkward. Okay, so it's something, maybe something feels awkward between you and another person, or you and a situation, okay, or just some sort of energy that, because I feel like you're moving into this embrace enlightenment energy here with the 2s, the 22. Okay, so there's also something about a person, a specific person. Birthdays even. Something about birthdays. Maybe you felt a lot more free in a certain specific energy of yours, okay? That you've navigated. You've navigated this. And I see how she has like this heart right above on her head. So there's something about your heart being in your head versus in your chest. So you could be, yeah, it's feeling the need to protect, okay, which is could be affecting your heart chakra. So like you could be a little blocked here. But I feel like it's because you felt like you needed to protect yourself in some way. So maybe things felt awkward between you and someone else. This someone else or this other energy that you're trying to embrace, okay? It's like you're trying to be open to something, but there's something about the face here being so, it's like very poker face, and there's something, there's something about this person. This person could even like be some kind of card player, okay? So when there's something about the way they present things and like a nonchalant type of way, it's a form of protection that they do themselves, okay, that they've learned to do themselves. It's almost like this person doesn't give an inch. Okay, they don't give an inch, even though you're in this like other type of, it's like the same type of energy. You can relate, I feel like. Almost like this looks like almost like the same person. Maybe it's you. Your shadow self and your enlightened self. That's what it kind of feels like. So I might even be talking about another version of yourself. There's something very special about your voice, maybe a gift that you have, that you carry, that's very pure. It's very pure. Somebody carries something that's very pure. Like maybe you're going to be, for somebody with their mouth shut, like a lot quieter, carefully thought before you use words. Shadow mind, it's yours. I think I'm talking about you all the way through. This almost feels like you too, like in this creation type, like you're doing it, like you're creating it, right? Meet me halfway. This will be 26. Be right before 27. Oh, it's not 26, 13, but if it doubled. Spirit, what are we talking about here? Okay, let me pull some words from my word box because we're at 18 minutes. What's happening? Can you explain what is happening? This one fell on the ground. Hold on. Oh. Collective. Okay, so this is for the collective. There's something taking place in the collective. Yeah, it was speaking. People in the world, they're waking up. Bee's knees. Oh, it's gonna be very popular. That's what it's, the bee's knees. Optimistic. Pluto. What is Pluto? What's happening with Pluto right now? Okay, hold on. Let me look. Okay, so I was trying to look up Pluto and where it's at. It says Pluto's in Aquarius, but it's nowhere like near, supposedly, I don't know. Don't take my word for it. This is just getting off of Google here. But it's nowhere near this 6 planetary alignment. It's far off out of, I guess, did it say the west? I don't know. It's out of the night sky. It's not near any kind of planetary conjunctions, or I don't even know what that means, so I'm just going to stop talking. But anyway, it just didn't seem like Maybe Pluto doesn't fit. And this, maybe it does. I don't know. But Pluto is about focused, profound transformation. This is destruction of the old. This is what it represents. And regeneration. It could be generational shifts also. It drives your shadow work and confronts fears. So maybe you've come up to some kind of like uncomfortable situation that just doesn't feel great, and you're needing to meet halfway, right? So, and Spirit's maybe asking you to be optimistic. So it's like almost like there's you standing there, a little awkward. I'm here. Maybe you're a little exposed. Maybe that just feels, maybe there's a lot of emotions pouring in as you take some kind of step. Okay. Yeah, the bee's knees. Doesn't that even seem like, it doesn't seem like of this generation. Like you would, like this is like, maybe you're an older soul. I don't know. Right? Maybe you see things differently. Maybe you speak a little differently, and you're being asked to, I don't know, shift something in some way. I don't know. Great. What else? We're at 20 minutes. Or, yeah. Comfort zone. Yeah, it's about your comfort zone. It's about your comfort zone. Feels like home. Yeah. Scares you. Yeah, it doesn't feel like home. It scares you. Makes you feel uncomfortable. Something like that. Friends. Okay, so this could have to do with a group of friends, okay? Because I was getting that 3 of Cups. Changes. Yeah, there's like a change taking place. This too shall pass. So this is a feeling. Maybe you're just used to being 9. Yeah. This is about you persevering, okay? Being resilient, finding your inner strength, okay? It could feel a little scary. But I feel like it could also lead you towards like wealth, because I did pull money earlier when I was asking about this energy. So this could be leading you to wealth or more abundance in some way. Or you're going to enjoy, this is going to bring about something you're going to be able to enjoy, right? Trick or treat. Yeah, maybe you're wondering. Like, it's like you almost can't see what the results of this is going to be. Like, is this going to be good or is this going to be bad? Like, so it almost, maybe that's why it's uncomfortable, is you're not really quite, yeah, able to see how it's going to turn out. But Spirit wants to remind you that you're the manifester. So it's about the energy you hold. Follow the yellow brick road. Yeah. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Yeah, it's like taking a step. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. What you I'm trying, sorry. We're off to see the wizard. Maybe it's like you're off to see somebody. Okay. Trust energy. That's what's like coming through. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look, it's crossed out. Optimistic, but we had it on the optimistic side. Yeah. So you didn't know. Like, see how it just kind of blew everything that scares you, the friends, and then it blew it like this with the optimistic crossed out. I think it's because it was misspelled. It was misspelled. Yeah, this is you growing. I'm taking a chance. I don't know if we're reading this or not. Believe. Like, do you believe that something I don't know, do you believe in it? What's your belief in it? Do you believe that is, yeah, you might, yeah, this is just like fear energy that you could be carrying. And then we have rest. So you might need to put that fear energy to rest. Yeah, so you can create. Okay, makes sense, Spirit. Makes sense. Yeah, to make it work for you. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's just kind of that energy that is feeling like a little, you know, when you don't feel protected, where you feel exposed, your worries kind of take over, and then you're like, what's happening? And you kind of like lose your, and this was coming through the other day, like you lose your compass, you know, because you kind of like lost your view, and it's giving those mirrored cube and triangle energy. So like you could get lost in direction, right? Or the signs, right? The signs. Oh, that's what it feels like. That's what this feels like. It feels like moving forward, even though you're scared, okay? To holding that belief in yourself. So it's like, it's almost like you're meeting yourself halfway. And then once you reach that halfway point, you can, yeah, continue. Okay, that's my cue to go. The 8th track just came on. But I am going to go because I'm trying to keep these videos a little shorter. But I hope this was helpful. If you liked this reading and it resonated for you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.